That sounds like a cool idea. Ballad Forum was really fun. Yeah, we had fun. We were able to get together with a bunch of people who we hadn't been able to physically get together with them for, like the whole world for almost, the last time we got together with anybody in a group was exactly a year ago, when we had a Purim celebration a year ago, before all the restrictions came into effect and nobody really even had it on their radar. But what I wanted to talk about today was the release of my book in Spanish. I'm really, really excited about it. I've been working with a friend and a neighbor named Yehudit, and I'll try to bring her on and introduce her at some point. But Yehudit is originally from Colombia, and she speaks Hebrew. Her Hebrew is the beginning Hebrew from Israel, and she speaks English from a few years that she spent in Miami between Colombia and Israel. So was the perfect person to help me translate the book, because she's a trilingual, wonderful person, and she's really excited about the project too. So excitement is the main the main criteria, but being trilingual is definitely what we needed to. You have the English version, gave it 2 thumbs up. I would gladly give it a better rating if I had more thumbs. Joel, thanks. I'll add my thumbs to it, and we'll give it a collective 4 thumbs up. I'm still laughing about that comment you made last time I was live about somebody ended up with a funny print. There was like a short period of time where Amazon did a couple funny prints, and people got a version of the book that was missing a chapter or something. So we had to send them out like a different book. It was a weird glitch that you would imagine, like, how could a glitch like that ever happen with a company as big as Amazon? But it did, and everybody ended up with a good version in the end. But Joel Schultz said that those versions were collector's items. You've got a great sense of humor. I love that. Mecca's Queen 24. Yeah, that's cool. I have to see a picture of her. Send me a picture if she's willing. I could be her twin. That's funny. My son is actually he's looking for a woman. Well, not anymore. He's a little guy, but. Anyway, whatever. What I'm trying to tell everybody is the Spanish version is up on Amazon, and it's free. The ebook is free for 48 hours. So if you go on Amazon.com and you want to get the ebook, please let your Spanish-speaking friends and neighbors and relatives or whoever know that it's available in Spanish now for free. The ebook is free for the next 48 hours. You don't need a coupon code or anything. Just go to Amazon.com and search for it in Spanish. So I'm going to actually show you a little bit about this Spanish book, because I have the proof copy. And on Haps, it's really cool that you can share stuff. So I'm going to show you a little bit in the Spanish book. Let's see if this works. No, it didn't work. I'm going to try it again. Oh, there it is. Okay, you guys see it, right? Hold on. I want to scroll down a bit and show you a bit more of the book. Okay, so you can see here that the bet in the English version, the bet, we use an example of a ball in a box, right? So that's how we remember that the bet is a bet, and it makes the sounds of the English letter B, because it's a ball in a box. But when you're not speaking English and you're speaking Spanish, box isn't Spanish and ball isn't Spanish either. But we still have to figure out something to make the bet look like something that Spanish speakers will remember what it's called, right? So in Spanish, it's a bola on un balón, which is basically a ball on a balcony. Sorry, balcón, not balón. A ball on a balcony. And then here's another example. A dalid. A dalid looks like, in English, we said that a dalid looks like a door, and it makes the sound of the English letter D. But the Spanish word for door doesn't start with a D, right? So for the Spanish version, we made the dalid look like a ducha. A ducha means a shower in Spanish. So the dalid looks like that. It looks more like it's the same shape, but you have to refer to something that makes sense in Spanish, you know. Let's see what else we got here. So Gimel was able to stay the same because golf in Spanish is also golf, and it really just works just as well in Spanish. So there are some letter pictures that said that did the same. Mecca's Queen, I teamed up with a friend of mine who we worked together to translate it and keep the method the same. But we had to adapt a lot of stuff. So like in English, people aren't familiar with the sound of the chet. They completely have to learn the sound of the chet. But in Spanish, the guttural letter J, they call it, J guttural, makes the same sound as the Hebrew letter chet. So for the chet, the example we used was a jaula. A jaula means cage in Spanish. To whoever is a Spanish speaker, you're watching on YouTube. Okay, cool. So whoever is a Spanish speaker, I'm sorry if I'm butchering the language. Why did I decide to do things in Spanish? There's a lot of Spanish speakers who would love to read Hebrew, so it seemed like a no-brainer. And plus, my friend Yehudit is really good at stuff, so I said, you know what, let me team up with Yehudit. It'll be fun and it will be productive, and I think people are going to love it. So Nun was able to stay the same because nose in Spanish is nariz. Yeah, so it could stay the same. And kuf actually is a whole new letter. A whole new picture. Mem was able to say the same. Tet, this is one of my favorites, tet. But hold on a second, what I really want to show you. Where's that guy? So kaf and chaf and vav, they all stayed pretty much the same for Spanish. Resh in English is a rainbow. Bella, I'm actually working on Arabic also. I'm really excited about the Arabic version. There's been a lot of new, just moves for peace and all over the world, and Arabic seems like a good thing to do. I don't think it'll have as much of a market as Spanish does, but I feel like it's a good thing to do. Okay, so Issa's on YouTube. Cool. There are a lot of Italian Jews. It's true. Some of them are living with Gabby. Oh, cool. So Bella's daughter is living in Israel, and apparently she's got some Italian roommates. That's really cool. Maybe she'll learn it. I had an Italian roommate when I was a kid. Not a roommate, Italian neighbor when I was a kid. Okay, look at the resh over here. The resh is actually really cute. In English, it's the rainbow, right? Resh looks like a rainbow, for those of you who've read my book or done my classes. So in Spanish, it looks like a rama. A rama is a tree branch. And you can also remember resh in a different way. Or in English, the pei is a face with a pimple. But those words didn't work in Spanish, so we changed the pei into a payaso, because a payaso is a clown, and he totally looks like a clown. It's such a great one, right? And lamed is lampiat. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the guy I was looking for. The tough in English, in the English one, looks like a guy with his toe sticking out, and that's how you remember what he is. And I was trying to figure out Mecca's Queen. I would love to, but it's a lot of work each one. So we're gonna take it one day at a time and see how many we can do. But for now, Spanish was a really fun project that we did over the last few months. And Arabic is in the process now. That my neighbor is actually Portuguese, and she's telling me, "Oh, you need to do it in Portuguese. I want to help you. I want to do the Portuguese translation." And my other friend is Russian, and she's like pushing me to do Russian, but one thing at a time. It's a lot of fun, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, for the tough in Spanish, we did a tortuga, and I realized tortuga could also work for English. It could be turtle, but we already did toe, so I'm not going to go and redo the English one. But there's something else I learned about Spanish that I did not know. In Spanish, I did not know that there's no SH sound, like sh. There's no SH sound. The only time people use the SH sound is to tell someone to be quiet. And then there's the yud. In English, it was the baby yud yawning, right? And the baby yud yawning would not work at all in Spanish. So is that you're voting for Portuguese? So I'm guessing that you're a Portuguese speaker then. I did not know that about you. Well, tell me if it's true first before I assume that it is. So in Spanish, the yud, the way you say rain in Spanish is lluvia. So the yud looks like a little raindrop, a lluvia. And then they get a nice celebration at the end. Celebremos. Anyway, I just wanted to come on and share this with you. Ted, when meeting which language you speak English? Well, that's the thing, right? Ted, it's like, what are you going to do? You're writing a book about reading Hebrew and you speak English and you want it to be in Spanish. So you really need somebody to speak. You really need to collaborate with somebody who speaks all three. So when I sit with Yehudit, we speak in English. And the funny, sometimes she switches into Spanish, and I'm just like, you gotta stop and translate. Go back to English. I know a little bit of Spanish, very little bit of Spanish. So we speak in English, and it can be entertaining. But Yehudit, she speaks English from her time in Miami and Spanish growing up in Colombia, and now she's been in Israel for a year now. So she started to learn Hebrew before she came, but she's becoming every day more and more of a strong Hebrew speaker. I have to bring her on so you guys can meet her. She's so sweet. I'm actually trying to convince her to do live broadcasts in Spanish to teach the lessons in Spanish. So if you have any Spanish-speaking friends, let them know that they should reach out to me, and I will get started a Spanish speakers email list. I'm pretty sure Yodi's going to do it, but I want to get started a Spanish speaking email list. Yeah, you can learn a lot more. It's true. I grew up speaking French in school and English at home, and now I have Hebrew in my day-to-day life. I live in Beersheba, Israel. So languages are not very intimidating to me, but I don't speak any language. I don't consider myself to speak any language well. ¿Cómo estás? I'm pretty sure that means how are you? I'm good. A lot of languages have things that are the same in a few languages. Ted, you speak Spanish, I'm assuming, right? So in English, hold on a second. Let me think of a good example. Okay, here's a good example. Well, it's okay. It's okay example. Bath in English is bath, right? In Spanish, it's baño. In French, it's bain. B-A-I-N, Bain. And in Hebrew, it's ambatya. So although like bath, if you would take out the H and call it bat, then it sounds a lot like ambatya, right? Which is the Hebrew for bath. I got an Appreciate You award. Cheryl, you're so cool. I don't even know what these awards are, but I'm like, give me an award. I love it. Hola, ¿qué tal? I don't know what tal is. The book should do well, especially since children like learning different languages. Yeah, God willing, the book will do well. I'm really excited about it. But share it with anybody. So Ted, you got to share it with your Spanish-speaking friends, and you got to go get a free download. It's only free, the ebook is only free for 48 hours. So go check it out and catch it while you can, and let me know how you like it. That's the most important part. Send me an email to learnhebrew.tv@gmail.com or through my website. I don't know if you can send messages through HAPS or not. These messages are all new. HAPS is new for me. If you can send messages through HAPS, sure, do that too. But yeah, it's free for 48 hours and it's in Spanish. And Yehudit did a really awesome job, and I'm really excited about it. And obviously, I can't even believe I forgot to mention it, but the same artist that did the original book, Ken Parker, he's amazing. And he wasn't available for a couple years, and now he's available. So we grabbed his abilities and his time, and he was so happy. He was so happy to work with us, and so he did the same. He did the illustrations and the design of the Spanish version book too. So it's all just great. I'm just really excited about it. Mecca's Queen, thank you for sharing, and thank you for sharing with your friends that love the books. You have buy me coffee. I don't know what that means. Hola, ¿qué tal? Maybe that means that. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna go. And you guys, send me an email or whatever, and please feel free to share it. And I'm really excited to see how people like the Spanish version.